Right.
Kelsey, you're done. All right.
Yeah, Kelsey's dead.
Nah, she dead as fuck. Damn. Bro, this is our second time filming this.
Second first vid. Let's do it, man.
Second first vid, bro. Let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
The title of this one, no one's seen this twist coming. The shocking story of Kelsey. Wonder what that could be about.
No bullshit. Let's see. Let's see this. Let's see this. We got like 1 hour, 28. What just happened?
Dude, this spin cycle got me
in a loop.
Right, bro.
Spin cycle got me in a loop. All right.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, it took a minute. Hey. You know what I'm saying? I was watching. I had to be a little bit quiet last night. You feel me?
Understandable, yeah, bro.
Mother came home from a grocery store and vanished under mysterious circumstances.
Okay.
When police began their investigation, they thought the answer to the mystery was pretty obvious. But what they uncovered shocked even the most seasoned detectives, as none of them could have predicted what was coming.
Time of crime.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
Kelsey Berreth was born on September 15, 1989, in Moses Lake, Washington. She grew up on a farm with her parents and older brother, helping with all kinds of chores from a young age. She loved working on the farm, but what fascinated
But I hear farm life is like crazy as hell, just so much work.
Yeah, bro, you just heavy lifted, feeding cows. Smell like cow shit.
Not for me.
After getting her license, she got a job as a flight instructor while still helping her parents on the farm.
Wow.
Teaching people how to fly and working with her family kept her busy. But more than anything, Kelsey dreamed of having a family of her own. In 2016, when Kelsey was 27, she finally got the chance to start the family she'd always dreamed of. She met a man named Patrick online.
Okay.
Hit it off right away. Like Kelsey, he was a farmer, and he shared her desire to have a big family.
She got a nice smile.
Nah, they both do, yeah.
Bullshit.
Around the same time, they got engaged. Shortly after settling in, she landed a job as a flight instructor at a prestigious aviation school that specialized in training military pilots. It was a great opportunity, but there was one downside. The school was in another city, about 70 miles from Patrick's farm.
Shit, that's like 2 hours.
Kelsey rented a place in town called Woodland Park. It was closer to work, but still within a reasonable distance from Patrick's home.
Okay.
Even though they had to live apart, they spent as much time together as possible. The relationship...
I guess I'm chastised. My lips are dry as fuck.
He needs some milk.
Soon after,
She happy, yay.
it seemed like Kelsey's dream of having a family was finally coming true. But not long after their daughter was born, things between her and Patrick started to fall apart. She noticed he was growing distant, pulling away from her, losing interest in the relationship, and showing less and less enthusiasm about their life together. Still, Kelsey wasn't ready to...
That's unfortunate.
Maybe like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Could to fix their relationship. On the morning of November 22nd, 2018, Thanksgiving Day, Kelsey planned to cook dinner for the holiday. She called her mom that morning, chatting about her plans and mentioning that she was heading to the grocery store to pick up ingredients for the meal.
Wait, did we even tell them what we were watching?
Last time? Nah, but I guess we can tell them after.
Yeah.
At first, her mother assumed she was just busy. After all, Kelsey had a job and a 1-year-old daughter.
Damn.
But as the days passed and Kelsey continued to ignore calls and messages, her mom started to worry. Nearly a week had gone by without a single word from her. Growing increasingly concerned, she reached out to her older brother, hoping he had heard from Kelsey. But he said she hadn't responded to him either.
Awfully sus.
Kelsey's mother decided to call Patrick, thinking he might know what was going on.
He looks like a murderer.
Response only made things more confusing. He claimed that he and Kelsey had broken up. According to Patrick, their breakup happened on Thanksgiving, more than a week earlier. He claimed that before the holiday, Kelsey told him she needed some time alone and wanted to end their relationship. Then, on Thanksgiving Day, she supposedly dropped off their daughter with him, took some of her things from his place, and he hadn't heard from her since.
Hey buddy, you tired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
out behind without checking in.
Cute baby.
Second, she had spoken to
I don't like that other shorty.
Uh-huh.
8 hours. She don't give a shit.
She don't give a fuck. She said, "Yo, let's watch some telenovela." Bullshit. She's like, she bugging.
She really was bugging.
The call never came. He never followed up. At that point, Kelsey's mother knew something wasn't right, so she made the decision to contact the police.
Ooh, something's amiss. She already knows he's got something to do with it.
Oh man, that's a nice police office though.
Yeah, it looks like a chalet.
Bullshit. It does.
No one answered the door, and since the police couldn't enter without a warrant, there wasn't much they could do. All they could tell Kelsey's mom was that her daughter wasn't there. However, officers did speak with Patrick, and he stuck to the same story. Kelsey had supposedly left him, saying she needed space. But this time, he added a new detail. She had taken some of her things from his house, including her handgun. He claimed she had been acting strangely in the days before she disappeared, and said he was worried she might have done something drastic. The police asked for access to Kelsey's home, and what they found inside only raised more questions. All of her belongings were still there. Her clothes, documents, and other essentials she would have taken if she had left on her own. But one thing was missing: her car keys. Her car was parked outside, yet the keys were nowhere to be found. That didn't make much sense. It was hard to imagine a scenario where Kelsey would take her keys, but leave her vehicle behind. At this point, the local police department decided to officially open an investigation into her disappearance. One of the first steps was obtaining data from her phone. When investigators checked its GPS history,
AT&T's trash. That's
Really?
so chips, yeah. We've had like an AT&T like internet router before. That shit was terrible.
I got Metro PCS, man. I'm booked. Okay.
Nah, Metro PCS is owned by T-Mobile, so that's a good line. But AT&T, even though it's the first one, it's terrible.
They confirmed that Kelsey had no friends,
I never had AT&T.
no connections there. They had no
I'm glad we
idea
moved
why
off
she would
that.
have gone to such
Nah,
a
man.
remote place. Detectives reached out to
Smart
law
idea.
enforcement in Gooding for assistance, but their
Smart
search
idea.
found nothing. In such a small town, a new
Sheriffs were all black. That's kind of tough.
there were no
That is
Scary
kinda-
though.
that was
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
you know what it is. From the grocery store Kelsey had visited on Thanksgiving. The video showed her acting completely normal. There was nothing unusual about her behavior. She wasn't in a hurry, didn't seem distressed, and certainly didn't look like someone planning to disappear. She picked up groceries for dinner and even bought a flower before leaving the store. Police conducted another search of Kelsey's home, but once again, they found no clues. Days passed without any breakthroughs, and in that time, Kelsey's mother and brother flew to Colorado to help with the search. They stayed at her house, and right away, her mother had an unsettling feeling. Something just didn't seem right. But she couldn't quite put her finger on what it was. Then one day, Kelsey's older brother went to use the bathroom and happened to notice something red on the inside of the toilet.
Oh.
It caught his attention, and when he looked closer, he realized it could be blood. To the police, and tests confirmed his suspicion. It was human blood.
Oh shoot.
The fuck happened in the toilet?
Bathroom. Yeah, in the toilet. Do you think that dude smashed her head inside the toilet?
Yo, I ain't gonna cap. It's been the agenda of the day, no bullshit. It's been the agenda of the week. I mean,
Yeah, Christian over here pushing David twice into the bookshelf.
yo, Kristen K, bro. Kristen K.
Yeah, like I understand you got a little rough upbringing, but to add to it, bro, that's kind of fucked, dude. Into your own family.
You can't be doing that.
Yeah, nasty work. Can't
But the
condone
toilet's crazy. I ain't gonna cap. If you tell me, yo, you want me to bash your head on the bookshelf or toilet, I say bookshelf.
that. Bookshelf, I say no. I just won't do it.
Was just the beginning. Investigators had already searched the house once, but their examination had been fairly basic. This time, forensics decided to use luminol, a chemical that reveals traces of blood, even if it has been wiped away or cleaned to the point of being invisible to the human eye.
Wow.
They started spraying luminol in the bathroom.
What?
I didn't even know shit like that existed.
Truly chilling. There was blood everywhere.
Wait, they sprayed the luminol and they exposed the blood?
Yeah.
Across the walls and floor. The same
So
thing
even though it was
happened.
clean
There
to the
were
point where
large
it's
stains of
invisible
red
to the human eye,
blood,
they could
revealing
still
that
see that
gruesome
shit.
scene that had been
That's
carefully
impressive. I didn't
described
know we
inside.
had stuff like that.
Samples were sent
What
to the
the
lab, and the
fuck?
results confirmed what investigators feared most. The blood belonged to Kelsey.
Ooh.
Damn, bro, what did you do?
Forensic experts discovered 2 additional DNA profiles,
Mm.
one belonging to a man, the other to a woman. At this point, detectives were almost certain.
So 3 people are involved?
Yo, Kelsey got caught fucking. Her college life took over.
Whose DNA had been found in her home. Naturally, Patrick became the prime suspect. Investigators had already found his version of events suspicious, but now that they were almost certain Kelsey was dead, their doubts about him only grew stronger. When they got access to Patrick's phone, they saw that he had been calling and texting Kelsey up until November 25th, the day she stopped responding to everyone else. Their messages mostly revolved around their breakup, but there was nothing particularly useful in the exchange. However,
Oh, so he didn't even lie about
they were
that.
already leaning toward a different timeline. They believed Kelsey had actually been
Yo, Kelsey kind of look bad, dude.
the 22nd.
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
Kelsey's not too isn't ugly.
She's actually a pretty good woman.
Evidence that she had been alive for the next 3 days. That raised a terrifying possibility. Kelsey might have been murdered shortly after returning home from the grocery store. And if that was the case, someone else had been using her phone to send those messages.
Yo.
That's when detectives noticed something interesting. Patrick
What
had
type of murder mystery?
a phone number with a Gooding area code, both before and after Kelsey disappeared. Wanting to know more, they traced the number and found that it belonged to a woman named Crystal. Investigators called her and asked how she knew Patrick. Crystal
Low triangle?
explained that they were essentially business partners. They co-owned several horses. When asked when she had last seen him, she initially claimed she couldn't remember. But after some hesitation, she admitted that they were supposed to meet right after Thanksgiving. According to her, she and Patrick had planned to buy another horse, so she drove to Colorado to see it herself. However, along the way, she found out that Patrick didn't have enough money for the purchase, so she turned around and went back home.
Wait.
Considering that the drive from her town to Patrick's was almost 1,000 miles,
1,000.
detectives found Crystal's story suspicious. It seemed unlikely that someone would embark on such a long road trip just to see a new horse.
No, man.
To their doubts, Crystal claimed she hadn't even used her own car for the trip. Instead, she had borrowed a friend's vehicle because it was more fuel efficient. That detail.
I don't know, man. I would even use my friend's vehicle to even go somewhere.
Bro,
That's
especially some place 1,000 miles away.
exactly, bro. Nigga, no bullshit. I know my friend would say no. Nigga, what? It sounds like, bro, you just ran me mileage on my shit.
Right?
Nigga, fuck you.
Better put on 2K miles.
No bullshit. You better go rent something.
Right? That would have been the smartest thing to say, like you rent it.
Yeah, bro.
She have already heard about. After wrapping up their call with Crystal, investigators decided to dig deeper into her background.
Dig deep.
They discovered that she had recently gone through a divorce, so they reached out to her ex-husband, hoping he could provide more insight. When detectives asked Crystal,
Damn, all these niggas stay getting divorced, bro. That's one thing I don't want to happen.
Nah, I'm having no divorce over here, bro. No bullshit.
Do not condone, but you know what I'm saying? If you cheat, bro, you know what I'm saying? That's literally the only thing. Everything else, we're working through it.
You mean for life?
Yeah, the fuck?
Yeah. You're for life.
One and done.
Oh, man.
According to him, she was still seeing Patrick in 2017, the same year he got engaged to Kelsey.
Whoa.
Patrick, you naughty boy. What are you doing, huh?
At first, she told him she had gone to visit friends from November 24th to 25th. But after the police contacted her, she finally admitted to him that she had actually been in Colorado.
Ooh.
Another suspicious detail. On December 4th, Crystal asked her ex-husband to go with her to buy a new phone, claiming she had lost hers. Detectives immediately took note of the timing. December 4th was the exact same day they had obtained Patrick's phone for investigation.
Okay.
With all this information, investigators had enough evidence to obtain a
Oh, okay.
sample. They flew to Idaho to collect it.
Because the phone that they retrieved was hers, not Patrick's.
Patrick, huh?
As they waited for the lab results, detectives reached out to the friend who had lent Crystal her car for the trip to Colorado. She allowed them to inspect the vehicle and mentioned that she kept a handgun inside. When investigators checked the gun,
Nigga, is that a
it
deagle?
was something alarming.
Oh, clip. That's a big gun, nigga. Yeah, those are big bullets.
Bro, that gun looks nice.
I'm out.
I want to shoot that. Made in Israel.
Oh shit.
What made you say, oh shit?
Israel? Oh shit.
What she told them completely turned the case on its head. Michelle
Yo, free Israel, bro. Free wait. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Oh no. I'm just here, okay? I'm just here. Whatever, free whatever, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm just here.
Well, I have no idea what they're saying.
Sorry.
Nah, you good.
Put the volume on if you want.
And what she told them completely turned the case on its head. Michelle revealed that Crystal had called her in late October, about a month before Kelsey disappeared, and told her something shocking. Through tears, Crystal confided that Patrick had asked her to kill his fiancé.
Whoa.
According to Michelle, Patrick told Crystal that Kelsey was mistreating their daughter. He insisted that he couldn't do it himself.
Kelsey?
Kelsey, the sweetheart that helps her family in her spare time.
Oh,
Urged Crystal to go to the police, but she never did. This revelation completely changed the course of the investigation. Police were now almost certain that both Patrick and Crystal were somehow involved in Kelsey's murder. But despite the mounting evidence, they still had no DNA results, and, more importantly, no concrete proof of what had actually happened to Kelsey. As investigators continued searching for more evidence, the case took another unexpected turn. Crystal called them and said that she had hired a lawyer and was ready to talk. When detectives met with her, she didn't hesitate and dropped a bombshell. Crystal admitted that Patrick had killed Kelsey and confessed to cleaning up the crime scene afterward.
So she was a hired gun.
Kelsey's murder.
She's a merc.
But from the very beginning, he
let me use your
had
gun.
to be the one to carry it out.
Come on, let me use your
For
gun.
Michelle, Patrick repeatedly insisted that Kelsey was abusing their daughter, using drugs, and drinking excessively.
She's a pilot.
She's a drinker. No way. That's what I'm saying. She's a pilot. She wouldn't do that.
Patrick, and 2 months before Kelsey's disappearance, they came up with
Aw, YouTube.
Fuck
You're
the
blowing
ads.
me, bro.
Fuck the ads. I'm not paying for ads. I'm not paying to get no.
They want $15,000 a month, and you're not getting it, guys.
Yeah, that's how you get no ads too.
Nah, double?
I don't know, man. We might have to get hit with the quadruple, nigga.
You think?
Yeah, quadruple definitely.
Conquer pet hair like a pro.
My tag.
Yeah, we might, yeah.
I'm feeling it.
3, bro.
I didn't even care about WDGU. I go to MS. Nah, they did.
Wow, we even with this skip, they still hit us with that one.
They said no, nigga. You can skip this one.
Yo,
Though.
this guy's getting paid. My goodness.
He said you can skip this one, so you could jump cut into the next half. We about to hit you with.
We really just skipped to the last one.
Oh man.
access to the necessary drugs. But there was one big problem.
Okay.
Crystal and Kelsey had never met. To get around this, she and Patrick came up with a cover story. Crystal would pretend to be a new neighbor who had just moved to the area, introducing
What?
herself to the locals. In September, she put their plan into motion.
That's calm.
She grabbed Kelsey's favorite coffee, went to her house, and knocked on the door. When Kelsey answered, they made small talk for a few minutes before Crystal
Oh, hey man, jump fuck your husband.
and said goodbye. But Crystal actually couldn't go through with it. She hadn't poisoned the coffee. She just wanted to see Kelsey in person. And just like that, their first attempt failed. Patrick's next plan was more direct. Crystal was supposed to drive to his farm, pick up a metal pipe he had prepared, go to Kelsey's house, and kill her.
Cook her.
With a metal pipe, bash her brains in. Yo, these guys are brutal the way they try to take people out.
Again, she couldn't go through with it. She sat there for a while, then drove off without ever stepping out of the car. But Patrick didn't give up.
He said she gotta go. She gotta go.
Right? Like, come on. He hired someone to kill her, and the person doesn't want to do it. Like, he should
Bro.
see signs, bro.
He's gonna get really frustrated, and then you're gonna be next, bud.
This nigga is gonna have life in jail. I didn't know that.
Patrick realized if he
I'm
wanted
not.
Kelsey dead, he would
Fuck a life in jail though.
himself.
Alright, throw that nigga under.
It all happened in the afternoon on Thanksgiving Day. Patrick showed up at Kelsey's house with a twisted plan. He told her he had bought several holiday-scented candles and suggested they play a game. She would be blindfolded and try to guess the different scents. Kelsey went along with it, completely unaware of what
Fucking
was about to
dumbass.
happen. As soon as Patrick tied
I would have knew by the scent of candles.
he grabbed the
You
baseball
think?
bat
Yeah.
and carried out the murder.
Really? You know? Oh,
Even
this person tried to kill me.
more horrifying was that their 1-year-old daughter was in the next room the entire time.
Oh, that
After
sucks.
killing Kelsey, Patrick placed her body
I'd be like, nah, there's way too much fucking candles in here, nigga.
In a large container, you see that?
Then, as if nothing had happened, he took his daughter and drove to his family's Thanksgiving.
So you already cooked her?
Wow, he killed her and then took his daughter and just went to Thanksgiving dinner.
Yo, what's up with people like just killing people and doing normal shit right after, bro?
I don't know. I'd be tweaking out my mind if I was to ever.
First is Kristen's mom, and now is this nigga?
Nah, right? You see your son's just unconscious and seizing. He's like, you know what? He's going to the computer for 8 hours. Crazy word.
He's like, she on the computer. Yeah, I'm not the old Kanye. I'm not the new Kanye. Yeah.
Like she really was bugging for that.
Nah, she was tweaking.
It might help throw off
Celebrity gossip is that more important than your son's life.
I'm that nigga seasoned
and set off for
right in your vicinity.
Right? Just throwing up blood everywhere.
He had a specific request. He warned her to be extra careful because he couldn't find one of Kelsey's teeth. He didn't want it turning up somewhere it shouldn't, especially
What do they do to this girl, bro?
Bro, I don't even want to know what the body looked like when the cops found her.
There was blood everywhere. It covered the walls,
Walls.
floor, even the ceiling.
What?
The ceiling.
How do you get there? The ceiling's that high.
Some stains
How?
were impossible to remove, even with heavy-duty cleaning chemicals. So she gathered anything that had blood on it, rags, towels, and other items, stuffed them into garbage bags, and loaded them into her car. After finishing the cleanup, she casually stopped at a cafe for something to eat before heading to meet Patrick.
That
They
is.
stopped at a gas station where Patrick filled
with a
the
Whopper.
canister with gasoline. Then they drove to the barn, retrieved Kelsey's body, and took it back to Patrick's farm. There, they built a fire and burned her remains.
Damn, you cremated this
With
already?
the flames, Patrick's mother stepped outside. She watched them for a while, but whether she realized what was really happening remains unknown. Before Crystal left for home, Patrick handed her Kelsey's phone. For the next few days, she responded to texts from Kelsey's family and friends, trying to keep up the illusion that Kelsey was still alive. But eventually, she got rid of the phone, destroying the last trace of Kelsey's connection to the outside world. Despite helping Patrick cover up a brutal murder, Crystal insisted that she hadn't acted of her own free will. She claimed she had been terrified of becoming his next victim and only
Next
Nah, you
victim.
scared, bro?
fear for her life and for her children's lives. She said Patrick had threatened to harm them if she didn't cooperate. Before ending her confession, Crystal added that she had actually tried to help police catch Patrick.
How?
She claimed that she had deliberately left a few bloodstains in Kelsey's home.
Oh,
hoping
yeah.
investigators would find
Just
them.
tell the police.
Detectives were highly skeptical of this claim. Crystal had countless opportunities to go to the police.
I'm mad, but you didn't. That's the
Exactly.
weird
Not
part.
only allowed Patrick to go through with it, but had been willing to kill Kelsey herself 3 separate times.
Right?
And even after Patrick carried out the murder, she didn't come forward. She helped him clean up the crime scenes, dispose of the
dumbass.
bodies, and mislead Kelsey's family.
When people say this whole free will thing is like, bro, you decide what you choose to do. Unless
Exactly,
someone's
bro.
literally has the ability to possess your body, you make all the choices, bro.
And I ain't gonna if he tried like trying to kill me, bro. If he tried to kill me, bro, I'll just escape and be like, yo, you're really fucked now, but yo, get ready, bud.
You know what's the one thing that gets me is
Mm.
that people get scared.
Yeah,
It's like how, like when you tell the police, they're gonna have you protected
exactly, bro.
because they know you're a vital asset. So they're not gonna just let you mosey on just so you can get cooked. They know that's gonna happen.
And they're gonna try their hardest to like cover everything. Like they're gonna try their hardest to seem like nothing's going on, bro.
I think the reason why she was talking about the blood thing because she's the one that fucked up on that. And she's like, bro, she's trying to cover up that fuck up. Like,
Yeah, bro.
Like, oh, I left that there on purpose so y'all know, you know what I'm saying, someone was murdered here.
She's like, oh shit, we're about to go to jail.
So she said the first shit that could try to, like, get that shit off her. What? That don't work, man.
Nope, that's not how it works, but you an accomplice.
Yeah, right. If you don't come forward, you're gonna be an accomplice when they find out what happened.
He didn't even say anything. That makes it even worse.
Patrick had done a thorough job of covering it up, so investigators had to dig through layers of dirt and ash. Eventually,
Whoosh.
forensic experts uncovered traces of a burned body. However, there
Traces.
was almost nothing left that could be used for DNA analysis.
Wow.
And they burnt it all. That's why.
Crystal had found while cleaning up the crime scene. But even that was so badly damaged by fire, investigators couldn't conclusively prove it belonged to Kelsey.
Oh my
There
gosh.
was one crucial breakthrough. By this time, the lab results from the DNA samples found in Kelsey's home had come in. The results confirmed what detectives already suspected. The two unidentified profiles belonged to Patrick and Crystal.
Dumbass.
That was the final piece of evidence.
See, Crystal, look at you. Look at you now.
Right?
Charged with murder.
Like, dude, if you couldn't go through it the first time, you should have just told the police right there and then.
That ass.
To admit
Look at Patrick, dumbass.
Alright, this is a tall dude, 6'3". Fuck.
motives for wanting Kelsey dead. First, the relationship was falling apart, and he wanted nothing more to do with her. But
Then why
since
didn't
they
you
hadn't found
leave?
together, simply walking away wasn't an option.
Okay,
So he
okay.
decided to get rid of her permanently.
You're dumb.
Yeah, like that. Like he said 1 and 1, and then got like 9 out of it.
No,
it makes
man,
no
he's like-
sense.
He's like, yeah, I know, Matt.
That really made no sense what he did.
That made no sense at all. You just call, get your lawyer. You better lawyer up,
Right?
Kelsey. You're done. All right.
Yeah, Kelsey's dead.
One of the biggest
Nah, she dead as fuck.
evidence came from his phone records.
Damn.
Smartphone
That's not funny.
Nah, that's not funny at all, bro. Wait. Wait. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
for a few minutes
That was
to
bad.
visit her daughter and drop off some of her belongings. CCTV footage from a neighbor's house further discredited his story.
Oh my, that's where her body was in. That's outrageous. So people are smelling that.
Shortly after, as he claimed, he didn't come back outside for several hours. Then came another damning.
Now that object looks weird since I know a body's been in there.
Right?
It gives like an ominous feeling, cause like, bro,
He hadn't even bothered to
Oh my
turn it
There's
on.
a dead person in there. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Kelsey's phone remained near Patrick's, tracking alongside his movements, until he finally handed it off to Crystal, who had used it to send misleading texts before destroying it. On top of all this, detectives uncovered a wealth of surveillance footage linking Patrick to the crime. One camera captured him driving with the large plastic container
man, that's a nice Volkswagen, sir.
to hide Kelsey's body.
What is that one, Sam? Passat? Jetta?
Might be a Jetta.
Might be a Jetta.
It gotta be a Jetta.
Got
Cause
you.
Passat has a wider face.
The new ones don't look too bad.
Yeah.
This thing looks like Sandman.
Yo, yeah, bro. Man, what's it called? What was the Boston comedian again?
Nah, I'm not.
He's in Grown Ups.
He wanted to know how
Adam Sandler?
data from a
He
device.
gives me Adam Sandler vibes if he's going to jail. Look at
He
him.
does look like him. Pink cuffs. I never seen that before.
While awaiting trial, Patrick had made a hit list.
He's different.
On it,
Gotta add a little spice to it. I feel it. A little flavor.
Pizzazz.
all of this left no doubt. Patrick wasn't just guilty, but he was still dangerous. Given the overwhelming evidence against him, along with Crystal's testimony, the jury unanimously found Patrick guilty of murder.
How many
He was
years?
sentenced to life in prison
I knew it.
without the possibility of parole.
Damn.
Yeah, you gotta stay in there, bud.
156 years.
Oh,
156.
Plea deal got her an incredibly lenient sentence. Just 3 years in prison.
Wow.
The judge
she was killing a woman.
to 18 months with the possibility
Right through
Yo,
time.
she was okay with murder. Yo,
I think she only served a year. I think that's what.
she only served a year.
Yeah, I think they said.
later reduced it to 18 months with the possibility of early release after only a year. In the end, she served barely any time and has been free for a long time.
Wow.
Despite the fact that she could have stopped the crime.
Right.
Bro, because of you, someone died.
On a more hopeful note, Kelsey's family was granted full custody.
Like,
of
right,
the
she
daughter,
helped.
and
She helped the dude literally hide the
In
evidence,
honor of Kelsey's
and she
passing,
served probably less than a
her
year.
parents also established a non-profit that provides support to aspiring pilots, ensuring that her
Damn.
legacy lives on.
Jeez,
R.I.P. bro.
got you. So we're just seeing bullshit now, dude. So she was able to be in it, be an accomplice, send out false information, clean the body, and still, get like a slap on the wrist.
Get a slap on the wrist. Yeah, you get a year, but you're done.
156, bro. 156 years.
You see, you get everything,
bro. What do you think he felt when they said that, bro? At least he got what he asked for,
bro.
He got to get away from it.
He definitely got what he asked. He's like, oh shit. Should never killed Kelsey. Like,
right? He could have done anything else but that. Like,
bro.
He could have literally just, bro. I don't know. Honestly,
so funny.
It's rough when you have a kid.
I have a feeling, bro. I remember it was in one of my assignments at school, bro. Someone in my class was they did they made a an artwork surrounded by that planes and all that, and they mentioned her it was a graphic design class. It was a massive
for Kelsey?
Yeah, because remember they said they put up a foundation for her.
Yeah, for
bro, I remember her it was one picture when she was on the plane with the little dress thing. I'm like, yo, she kind of look familiar, bro. That's why I'm being so serious, bro. I think I've seen this shorty in my life, bro.
You probably have. If you're saying all that and there's a page for her, you probably have seen her.
I've seen her for the foundation thing in graphic design. Trust me, bro. 'Cause I know I made something too, and it was another foundation. Yeah, I remember this. It was a graphic design assignment, bro. It was weird as shit. I'm like, damn, that's crazy, bro. Damn.
Got you, yeah. Well, I'll talk to you guys a little bit about the last video we watched.
Yeah,
that had no audio, but basically, right? Yeah. The whole video was Christian and his mother went to the police to get interrogated, and we know that the mom was being very negligent because at first she said she was home, and then she said she was at the bank. But then later on, we come to find out that she didn't even go get no money withdraw from her account. So we don't even know what she was doing for that time. But based off the video, we knew her mother was a crack or just was on substances. So I assume for her negligent behavior, she definitely was, just toking some shit. She had to. She had to be sparking some shit up, bro.
Sparking some crazy.
Because as soon as she came home, she seen that her kid was, seasoned, unresponsive, unconscious.
You know what? Let me show.
And then you see this vomit, blood everywhere. She just decides to just go on the laptop. No, she decides to drop off the kids.
Yeah, to school. Mm-hmm. She decides to drop off the kids to school, and she's like, yo, I gotta help this kid, right? That was her first thing in mind. And she's like, nah, I gotta see what this, she was searching out music.
Yeah, she
downloaded music.
Yeah, she downloaded music.
What's it called? She was doing modern
yeah, she's doing what's it we call it? Celebrity gossip.
Yeah, celebrity gossip and all that.
Bro.
Bro, what?
She was not doing what she was supposed to.
Bro, how long did it take?
So she was doing that shit from 10 to 3, and then what you call it? That incident happened 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. So it was bro, 8 hours. 8 hours. That kid is just fucked up, bro.
He's dead fighting for his life for 8 hours, bro.
Yeah.
And bro, I'm hearing, yo, when did you? Because they had to ask her the question twice, bro. They said, yo, when did you call the ambulance, or when did you get there? She's like, yo, I got there 5:30 or 5. And he's like, no, she said 4 or something.
It was it was 5. She left at 4, but got there 5:30.
And then we're hearing the narrator guy said, nah, bro, she got there 2 hours after. I was like, bro, yo.
Yeah. Oh no, that was talking about the time of when she seen the kid and her actually taking him to the hospital. At first she said it was 40 minutes, then it was an hour, then 2 hours. Bro. Then we find out it was 8 hours, bro.
Bro, it was yo, she capping at your ass.
Right? But little piece of background for Christian. That boy is 12. Right. So this is a young murderer right here. I ain't gonna lie. 12, but at the same time, he did experience some shit. When I was 12, bro, what was I doing? I was probably watching SpongeBob. I wasn't doing nothing crazy. I probably just found out swear words, to be honest. I
was wanking my shit.
Wanking my shit at 12.
I was wanking my shit,
you see, we all got different paths at 12, you know what I'm saying, in our lifetimes, but
just wanking and drawing.
Wanking and drawing, you know what I'm saying? What more could you ask for, to be honest?
But don't do that.
Yeah, murdering is bad.
Murder is bad, wanking is bad. Do what you got. Do what you like to do. If you like wanking, then I think you should stop.
Yeah, you
wanking.
should.
I think you should
seek
not
help.
like that no more. You should choose
Confess
something
to somebody.
Yeah, confess to somebody or do something different because you're different.
Yeah, that's different. But their stepdad murdered himself in front of 3 of the kids, bro. I don't know if Christian was one of them, but he had to. Because why else would he go that far to just bash his brother's head into the bookshelf twice?
Bro.
Probably full strength, because, bro, that's crazy.
Dude, what's it called? It was the stepdad, right?
The stepdad that killed himself?
Nah, yeah, bro.
Yeah, he tormented them kids for 5 years and killed
5 years, bro. 5 years of just pure torture. Then imagine your torture just
abruptly ends because
Yeah.
nigga just kills himself in front of you. That's brain altering right there.
That's trauma,
That
bro.
is trauma. That's crazy
trauma
shit.
for real, bro.
That is
That's
crazy shit,
bro.
dog.
Yeah,
And
man.
yeah, bro. It just like from what we were watching, it just seemed like the mom was covering for Christian. But at the same time, they didn't know what was happening. The mom didn't know that Christian did it. So the mom was just being a terrible mother, to be honest. Like, bro, she's just being neglectful all the time. Like every time David got hurt, which was her like second to youngest kid, I'm pretty sure, because he was 2. And bro, that kid been through a lot. And every time he got hurt or injured, the mom is not watching. She's being negligent. You know what I'm saying? That word should be her middle name because it screams her. To be honest,
It screams her
literally
character
screams her.
crazy, bro. And it screams the past because the grandma was like a coke addict, right?
Or some type of thing. Because he just said that the grandmother was just intoxicated, feeding the kid worm infested breast milk.
Ooh.
Odd, bro. How can baby formula have worms in there?
Bro, I didn't even know either, bro. I feel like they just found their way in.
Yeah, but
they found their way in that.
Just shows you how dirty in the place they was,
bro.
Like, that's odd, dude. Really is odd.
Where he grew up from, what he had to take care of the kids too, bro.
Nah, yeah. But I do, I can kind of feel for the mother because she did have Christian, her oldest, at a very young age. Like, she was a young mother. She was like 25.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
but
when
she did not look 25, bro.
Yeah.
She didn't look 25 at all, dude.
Not at all. Like, she had that boy at 15. Well, no, she's 27 then. 27.
27, bro.
She looked like she was in her 40s. I don't know why.
Bro, what was it called? You finished the whole story, did you?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, we
Did
know
you tell her where
Christian.
she ended up at?
Yeah, halfway house. Yeah, halfway house.
Yo, halfway house. If
I don't know how many years she served. Probably like 2, 7, between that range.
Just know she did her time, but she did her time.
Yeah, and what she feared worse happened. Her kids being taken away from her.
And exactly that happened, bro.
And I'm pretty sure Christian served like what? He got out on his 19th birthday, so
yeah, bro.
Served 7 years. Yeah, that's crazy. He got it like, bro, served 7 years for killing his own brother.
And bro, it was not juvie. I thought it was juvie. Nah, I thought he was going to juvie. I dead thought he was going to juvie.
Nah, he did go to juvie.
He did go to juvie?
Yeah.
What else? They brought him to jail, like actual jail.
No.
Well,
they signed a petition and got 9,000
they did
things,
sign
so
a petition.
He went to juvie for the 7 years. He got lucky.
You got lucky.
They would have grew that
Christian,
boy
you
up
got
instantly.
lucky, boy. You got lucky, boy.
Nah, he did, and he got out at 19. So
Yeah,
I guess it's all good for them, man. They all are out of jail.
cutting hair.
Cutting hair in the Atlanta area. So if your barber's named Christian, watch the hell out, buddy.
Yeah, watch
You
out,
might be
Christian.
next. That nigga might just bash your shit against the mirror or some shit.
Yeah,
You don't give him a tip. So always tip
a
your
bookshelf
barber.
is crazy though.
Huh?
Smashing you're like someone's head against a bookshelf is crazy.
Bookshelf it is twice, bro. First crying, second time did the job.
Yeah, bro. You know what's so funny?
What's up?
Pierre did that to Sensor one time.
Oh fudge.
Because Sensor would have shut up. Because we was playing Sonic and he was like some Tails song. It was like Sonic DX, or no, not DX, that's the show. Sonic XD. And it was like a song from Tails, bro. I'm not singing it, bro. I know the exact song, but I'm not singing it. It's... Nah, I ain't gonna care. That shit's kind of zest, y'all. So, like, bro, he smacked it, bro. Sesper's nose was bleeding, bro.
Oh
dad's
my
like,
gosh.
what the fuck? Why the fuck you do that? I mean, the shocking story of Kelsey Berreth. R.I.P. bro. For real, bro. They gave her the old fashioned Vikings.
I honestly like. What was the shocking part? Is it the fact that there was another woman involved? Because like to be honest, it's kind of obvious that was the husband. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how he was the last person to be in contact with her, but I don't know.
The shocking thing is how dumb Kate, the other shorty was.
Yeah, dumb as shit. You couldn't do it 3 times and didn't decide to contact the police.
And look what you done did to yourself.
You assisted and went to jail. But she did get slapped on the wrist, but she probably wouldn't even have to have gone, not even probably, she wouldn't have gone to the jail. She just decided not to do it.
No
and
bullshit,
just reported
bro.
this nigga for attempted murder. But, you know, not everyone's on that wavelength. Some people are dumb as shit. You know, she's a hillbilly.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
L Alley, bro. L Alley, bro.
But yeah, you guys, it's been fun. You know what I'm saying?
No
This video was
bullshit.
great. We finally got some sound, so
We chilling.
you know, hopefully this shit comes out great, which I know it will. Well,
It's
be
gonna
on the
be
lookout
amazing.
for more. This is just the first of many. You
No
feel me?
bullshit. Like, comment, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe, because I know that's what these YouTube people be saying. So we gotta say the same shit.
On the page of that, one of my favorite YouTubers.
Yeah.
Make sure to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a
To
friend.
tell a friend. I mean,
You feel me?
yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all. Right,
Catch
gonna
y'all.
see y'all. Tight shit. All right.